Hey guys, DSR here with a quick video. This one's a little bit different. I'm going to be showing off something I learned from some guys on a toy board in a Gunpla thread. Now, this technique is for stripping paint off of already painted pieces. I'm not sure if it works with all types of paint. I've only tried it with Krylon brand spray paints, so let me grab one here. Yeah, I have my whole box down here. This specifically is what I'm stripping off. This Krylon gloss white. Actually, I'm not sure if it's the gloss. It might be the flat. No, it's the gloss. I used this can of silver. Oh, there goes my light. Krylon shortcuts. I just have this taped together. This silver is what I used as a base. But unfortunately it didn't work as well as I had hoped, and I actually got some overspray on some white parts that kind of ruined them, so I'm having to redo them now. After trying to sand one piece, I realized I didn't have the time to really be sitting around just purely sanding parts, so I looked up the best way to do this, and it's with this stuff, Purple Power. It's a concentrated cleaner and degreaser. It's meant for cars. But it works phenomenally on plastic parts. I'm going to get this out of the way. And as you can see, I've got my Tupperware container here. What you're going to need is a container like this, preferably airtight, to hold your liquid in and your parts. You're going to want some rubber gloves. I'm going to go ahead and put on both here. And an old toothbrush, preferably one that hasn't been used on some nasty stuff. If you used it to clean your bathroom. Just make sure it's somewhat cleaned off before you actually use it for this, just so you're not getting it even more dirty. These parts have actually been sitting for several days. I think I put them in on Friday. I don't think you have to leave them in as long as I did, but I haven't had time to come back and really look at them. Now this I did at the beginning of last week, and it was just silver on there, and I brushed it a little bit, and most of it came off. This was a different type of silver. I don't remember what kind of can it came out of, but it was really thick and nasty to get off there, but it worked. Some sanding might be necessary afterwards, but for the most part, it got a majority of it off. Now, what I'm going to show you is these pieces, and actually, it's been sitting in this so long that it's literally flaking off on my glove. You can see that. All this white is just coming off. You can see it's kind of like bubbled off already. So we're just going to go ahead and we're going to dip this back in. You can kind of see all that white just came off. So leave it in there for a few days. It won't hurt your plastic, as far as I know. But they recommend that you test it first on a piece of plastic that you don't mind if it gets ruined. So what I would do is whatever paint you have, spray it on an extra parts tree. I don't have one around here, but just spray it on there or paint it on there or whatever. Let it dry off, cure for a day or whatever, and then dunk it in this stuff just to make sure so you don't ruin your parts and make sure it works for you. Now I'm going to do this on camera so you can see. That's already pretty much all come off. And I'm just brushing this real nice, getting in the crevices a little bit. It's just like brushing your teeth. Just get it all in there. As you can see, it's pretty much all come off already. I didn't even have to do very much work. Like I said, these have been sitting in here for several days. I want to say I dunked them in here either on Thursday or Friday, and it's Monday now. So after sitting in here for this long, it's definitely made a huge difference. All right, we're going to go ahead and do it on this leg piece here from a GM. As you can see right now, it's all white here. It's starting to flake off a little bit on the sides. Here, let me try and do it a little bit closer to my camera. It came right off. So this stuff is awesome. If you need to redo some paint, maybe you didn't like your color scheme, or you screwed up a piece like I did, don't fret. Seriously, go grab some of this stuff. There's another brand, I think it's Simple Green, that works similar, but Purple Power is darn it, I'm sorry, is preferred by most people. It seems to work the best. It's a little smelly, and it will definitely burn your skin if you are in contact with it for too long. So definitely think about that. Wear gloves, don't be stupid. And if you have a nice brush like this, it'll just come right off. Now what I'm going to do is, once you're done with this, what you're really supposed to do is you're supposed to wash them off under some water. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to bring these inside here in a minute and plug up the sink, wash all these parts off with some cold water or warm water, I'm not sure, I need to read the package, to rinse off the residue, and then depending on whether or not I need to, I might give them a second bath. Now, since I've left these in here so long, I don't think I'm going to need to dunk them a second time. They've been soaking for so long that it's falling off. But I'll probably do it in a second video after washing them off, because I don't want this to run too long. So I can show you what they looked like. Unfortunately, I didn't make a video of them before I put them in here. Let me just tell you, though, this is a coat of silver with 3 to 4 layers of white paint on top. Now, I'm going to switch to a white primer because the silver didn't really work for me for these specific pieces. It has in the past, but I'm not sure why. It could have been the temperature or a bad can of paint, but this white just did not want to work for me at all. So, but to give you an example, let's see if I can't pull these off, of the parts that I've painted so far. This glove is really stuck on there. There we go. Yeah, like the head here. Whoops, there we go. It's definitely got some pretty thick paint on there. It's kind of hard to see, but yeah, it's just several layers. That's what it looks like. This is a a green piece, as well as this leg. I need to do some touch up on it because paint kind of got onto the white a little bit. But this was originally green from the GM Striker. And I've got white and blue on here, and you can't even tell. So yeah, it's definitely great for pulling the paint off, especially for Gundam models. I would highly, highly recommend it if you need to strip paint off of parts that you've already painted. Don't bother sanding them all the way down. It's awful. It's super time consuming. It's hard on your hands and on the parts. If you're not careful, you can lose the edges and everything. This stuff is awesome. So yeah, I'm definitely going to keep this in mind. And seriously, this giant bottle is, let's see, it says, shoot, it's rubbed off. I think it's just a gallon, 3.78 liters. So yeah, this gallon was like $6. And if you only need to do it once, they actually have it in a spray bottle that was like $3 or $4 at my auto body store. But yeah, it's really awesome for this. So now that I've kind of showed you how to do it, I'd like to see some other people's results. You know, if you need to maybe redo a kit, this would actually also be really good for used kits that you. I've gotten some like on eBay or from other people that had been painted several years before in really nasty colors or just a really bad paint job in general. And this will do the trick. This will pull it right off. So, yeah. As far as I know, it works with the Krylon great. Depending on your paint and the thickness, it may take a lot longer to soak than what I did for these. But your results may vary. But I'd like to see what some other Gundam modelers have done with this kind of stuff. So yeah, let me wash these off, and I will see you in the next video.